Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the He Said stage again, Mr. Randy Jones, Wealth Management Advisor, First Financial Group. How you doing, Randy?
I am doing great. Look, I'm overdressed compared to y'all.
No, you look like money. Okay.
Yes, you do. Tiffany Haddish said that on the Oscars. She goes, "This is what money looks like," and here you are showing up.
Oh, yeah, she
Okay.
pretty. That's another comment. She sure did let that reporter have it.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, she did. Randy, how you doing, man?
I'm really doing great. You know, like you said, it's tax season. A lot of people calling me about what they should or what they shouldn't do. So it's always a busy time, no matter what's happening and going on in the world and everything.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to also share with you the way tonight, Vash and I have gathered some investment tips for how people, that we saw that we wanted to share with you. So tonight, we're going to give you, what each point that we found, and we want you to expound on that and let us know your feelings. Is it important? Is it worth it? Should they take a different route, etc.? But these are some that we have found. But before we do that, we got two questions that we want to ask you, Randy. So let me ask you first. What are things that people should consider just right up front when they receive that income tax refund?
I think the first thing people should start thinking about is, why am I getting a refund? You know, a lot of times people pick accountants based on who can save them the most amount of money or get them the largest refund. You'll even hear people advertising, shucks, if we don't get you a larger refund and so, we'll refund your money back to you. And so I think people should be thinking differently about how they file their taxes, when they get their refunds back, and why they're getting a refund. And then, maybe having different conversations about what should they do about their refunds. First things I would do is just say, hey, this is cool, but why did I get this? Is it something I want to repeat or something that I want to change?
Now, that's interesting you said that, Randy, because I find that to be very important, because last year I had to ask myself that question and change how my money was being, what I was paying in income taxes. And so because last year I didn't get a lot, and it was a reason because of how things had changed in Congress. And so this year I made out a little better, but it was because, I thought about it beforehand. So I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah, I think people need to have more conversation around tax strategy and tax planning. There's a difference between tax avoidance and tax evasion. They typically call it 10 years. What we want to do, we want to make sure that we're not paying more than what we should in taxes, but we got to be careful. Refunds are sort of like loaded weapons. They can be good on one hand, but they can be bad on another. You think about it like this. I know I had a client who was really boasting like every year he gets at least $20,000 back in his refund. And then I'll say, well, that could be money that you're using during the year, like you said, Alvin, earlier, and doing other things with. And truly, when you're getting a huge refund like that, what is the end goal, or what type of income are you really showing on paper? Because that's how we qualify for a lot of those things that we really want to take advantage of, whether it be homes or cars or whatever.
Okay.
Well, Blue said, I think most people would rather get a check than send a check. So it sounds like you're telling people that there is a way of playing around with those two things and not risk ending up in an orange jumpsuit.
Well, exactly. So here's the thing, like Blue said, people want to get a check versus paying a check, but I look at it a little bit different. As it's okay to pay a little bit, but I mean, during the year, if you're starving and you're sort of like waiting for tax time, I know people who file their taxes on January the 1st because they can't wait to get their refund back so they can pay off some debt and pay for a trip and repeat the process.
Okay,
yeah,
right.
Yeah,
that's a cycle.
Right.
I won't judge them, but you're right, Randy.